Hello, runners, coaches, and health professionals alike. Welcome to my presentation for today, and it's about the role of strength training for long distance runners. Here will be the outline. We're going to talk about, is strength training important for long distance runners? Will it enhance their performance? And if yes, what are the physiological adaptations that occur that result in the enhancement? Will there be any interfering effects in terms of energy systems, muscle fiber types, and performing both strength training and endurance training? Will strength training prevent injuries, especially in running? How much strength training should a long distance runner do and why? And how to integrate strength training into a running program. So, what can you see here? Yep, what's the common thing that you can see in these pictures? Well, it's about injuries, specifically running injuries. As you can see, they are looking down with their face in pain, right? Showing that they're in pain, holding onto their lower body, their legs, their knees, their ankles, which is a sign of running injury or running pain or overuse of lower body muscles or joints. Here are the 7 most common running injuries or pain. We have runner's knee, Achilles tendonitis, hamstring issues, plantar fasciitis, shin splints, iliotibial band syndrome, which is commonly known as IT band syndrome, and stress fracture. Main causes of running injuries or pain, well, the main ones are weak gluteal muscles. Yeah, your glute muscles are weak. They are not really functioning the best that they should be when you run. Weak calf muscles, they are one of the most commonly used muscles when you run. Muscular imbalances, poor running technique, increasing weekly mileage too quickly. That means you're overreaching when you are doing your training in your running, right? You're running too much at one go, right? And overtraining, yeah, not resting enough, means you're overtraining. And last of all, improper shoes. So, is strength training important for long distance runners? The answer would be yes. First point would be movement patterns. So what movement patterns? So the nature of running is the movement pattern will be unilateral movement, which means your body is moving one side at a time, right? When you run, you don't move both legs at the same time. You either move your your left leg first or your right leg first, alternating. That's why it's called a unilateral movement. And why? Um, your body tend to produce muscular imbalances when you run due to the unilateral movement, right? And most people are either um, left side dominant or right side dominant. That's why it would produce more muscular imbalances when you run. And also injury prevention. Okay, this is due to the muscular imbalances. That's why we need to think about how we want to strengthen certain parts of the leg or the body, right, to prevent injury when you run. Benefits of strength training. So, would it enhance performance? Yeah, of course. One of the main things is to improve neuromuscular coordination and power, right? Therefore, increasing your speed and your VO2 max. So, when you have increased speed and VO2 max, this means that your running economy will be better. So, you'll be using less energy to produce a certain amount of effort when you run, right? Will strength training prevent running injuries? Well, yes. How it prevents injuries is by strengthening muscles and connective tissues, alright, and it addresses muscular imbalances and weak links. So definitely, our lower body, we might be having certain weak link, which means certain muscles are weaker than the other. Therefore, we need to do strength training to address those issues. So, will there be any interfering effects in terms of energy systems and muscle fiber types from performing both strength training and endurance training? Well, personally, I would say no. And also based on my research. But why? This is because the purpose of doing strength training is to target specific muscles used during running and to address muscular imbalances. Like how I've been explaining for the past few slides, how important it is to address muscular imbalances. And strength training is to primarily to focus on overall improving overall strength and also doing plyometrics. So these are explosive movements, right? You want to target the fast twitch muscle fiber, your type 2 muscle fibers, and also the main bulk, of course, of your training program for a runner would be running. So most of the time you'll be running, therefore your adaptation will be more on towards running. Strength training will be a supplementation to complement your overall um, running program. So how much strength training should a long distance runner do? That's the ultimate question right now. Of course, all you need to do, I would say, would be at least one strength training session per week. Alright, you can do about up to 2 times, but of course, the main bulk of your training program should be around running. So you need to run most of the time. If you want to get better in running, you should be running more. And focusing on muscle specific exercises which complement running or which addresses muscular imbalances or your weak link for your lower body, and also to integrate running movement patterns such as lunge. That's one example of a lower body exercise that you can do that can improve on your running. So these are the three main muscles to focus on, especially in your glute area, your glute medius, which helps to stabilize your leg in a lateral movement, especially your knee, to prevent knock knees. Gluteus maximus, the function is for hip extension. Therefore, I mean, it's the main movement pattern when you move your legs in the sagittal plane. And gastrocnemius muscle, which are your calf muscle, which functions to extend your foot. All right, plantar flexion. You need this to be strong so that you can run with the best that you can. How about upper body? Of course, we talk about posture. This is talking a bit deeper onto strength training. You need to also think about your upper body and your core, alright, strong abdominal muscles, so that when you run, your body is more stable. Therefore, you would use less energy to stabilize your body. How to integrate strength training into a running program? Right, you can start by doing bodyweight exercises such as push-up, lunges, planks. These exercises are the most convenient, so that you can do it anytime, anywhere, and it's also suitable for any level of fitness. Alright, you can work your way up. Bodyweight exercises are essential because at the end of the day, when you run, you're running with your body weight. Working on relative strength and muscular endurance. This is what happens when you are doing bodyweight exercise. You are essentially carrying your own body weight, so it's relative to your body weight. And as you progress, you might want to consider using free weights such as barbell, dumbbells, and kettlebell. If you're not too sure on how to use it, you can consult a fitness trainer, a coach, to guide you in terms of technique. And what this does is it helps to improve maximal strength by progressively overloading your body. Alright. So in summary, strength training is important for runners because it enhances running performance and ultimately help prevent running injuries. Performance-wise, it helps to improve running economy, strengthens muscles and connective tissues. You want to include at least one training session of doing strength training per week, right? You can also progress up to 2 sessions, but ultimately you want to focus on running to be better at running. And of course, you can start by doing bodyweight exercises, as it is the most convenient way to get started on strength training. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you.